Britney Spears is finally free, and we're going to tribute her together today, right here on GearGasms. Hi everybody, welcome to GearGasms. I'm your host, Alan Barnes. Today, it's a celebration. We're celebrating Freeform Friday number 12. What is that? Freeform Friday number 12, no gear shills. It's kind of like a really bad guitar variety show. But what we are also celebrating today, since we don't have to worry about gear specifically, is the Emanciopation. The ending of the conservatorship of Ms. Britney Lynn Spears. What? Yeah, that's right, boys, she's free. No, she has freedom. She's not free. You're still gonna have to pay.
Hello?
Britney and I, we go back a long, long way. To 1998, in fact. But first, if you're new to the channel, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe. It's kind of like cheddar cheese that's gone bad, but if you can eat around the icky part, it's still pretty decent. Celebrate mediocrity. I'm working in radio, I've been there about 3 years. CD comes into the station. I like the cover. Who the hell is that? She's pretty sweet looking. Ooh, but then I saw the video. What? That first video, we all saw it. I was like, oh my Lord. There was no Wikipedia back then, so we couldn't really tell how old she was. I was trying not to. But then the Rolling Stone magazine came out. The one where she's in the tiny clothes and she's like nearly naked in a child's bedroom with the stuffed animals. And then the next shot, she's like on a little girl's bike with the little tassels coming out of the handle grips. And I'm like, and then I'm reading it. Her manager's her father. What? She's 17. Her dad is her manager, and he's basically pimping her. Now I know they're from Mississippi, but come on. I'm from the South too. So anyway, in light of that, I felt no guilt whatsoever. The years went by. Then a bad thing happened. Her feet got dirty, her head got shaved, her belly got pregnant, and next thing you know, she's laying and sweating underneath Kevin Federline, and we're all done, right? We're all done. Dad comes in, takes over, clamps down, and then what we got? And then probably for the last 3, 4, or 5 years, the only tribute-worthy material coming from Britney was basically on her Instagram feed. So since we don't have Manny Vox as a musical guest for this week's edition of Freeform Friday, I'm going to take the spark and I'm going to grab some Britney Spears songs and see if her amazing artistry can be taught to these stupid fingers of mine, and I can live my dream of finally playing some Britney Spears music. We'll start with the first one, no particular order. Oh, foot. Them feet. Oh, she has a lot of nervous energy. I wonder why. Oh. That wasn't right. Invigorating. And I don't remember what her next single is here, but I remember this was pretty early on because let's just say a guy doesn't forget special moments like these.
This is your mom.
This is going to be hard. This is the tone I'm probably going to use. Don't get bent about it. I found that if I play loud and tones that are very different than the original, it's just enough to fool the copyright police.
I think I did it again.
I think I'm in love. Would it even be a Freeform Friday if we didn't have a Funko Pop unboxing? I think it's not. What's in your hand there, Alan? It's Simon Le Bon of Duran Duran. I once read in an interview that Simon said that if he ever went into porn, his porn name would be Seaman Le Boner. That's racist! I know what you're thinking. Alan, is this yours? It's not. This is Mrs. GearGasms. I got this for her last Christmas. Don't be disappointed. He's still cool. There's no backdrop for Duran Duran. Come on, what's wrong with you people? Maybe I'll do this one. Union of the snake is on a wire. I'm going to test my old man memory here, but this kind of looks like the Rio rig. You know, he's on a sailboat with a little striped shirt. He's got his ultra masculine bandana there around the back. I don't know why I did that. Watching over Lucky Clover. Isn't that bizarre? Got one hand in his pocket looking very fashionable. Everybody knows that Simon Le Bon has gotten some seriously sweet model pussy over the years. Now, it's worth noting that when I select a Britney Spears song here on the Spark, if it already knows the chords, that means somebody else already played it.
There's no escape. Can't wait. I need it.
Oh, is that it? That's it. That's a weird place to stop. Don't we know that we're toxic? You know something? I think I stopped following Britney's career. Maybe too early. All right, maybe it's this one. She looks young in this. Sometimes I suck. And of course, it's time for Rarely Asked Questions. This comes from a listener, a viewer, I guess. He said, Alan, if you had to pick one, which would you rather pick? And you have to pick one. Would you rather be in A, John Wayne Gacy's crawl space, or B, Jeffrey Dahmer's refrigerator? I'm leaning towards the fridge, and here's why. Hear me out. Figure the worst part's already over in either instance. Correct. But if you're in a fridge, you're all wrapped up nice in deli paper, you would think, with the masking tape. You're frozen. Your body is being preserved. Conversely, if you're in J.W. Gacy's crawl space, he's liming the shit out of you. He's trying to keep the moisture down with the sump pump. But you're down there, and then you're worm food. Now, if your goal is to get back in a biodegradable sense, then they dig up the earth and enrich the soil, and then things grow. Next thing you know, you're a dandelion or a tree. That sounds pretty sweet. Of course, if you end up in Jeffrey Dahmer's freezer, you will eventually be returned to nature. You will be consumed. You will be transformed. You will be transported. But I think it's a lot longer road getting back to that dandelion you want to become later on. So, but even with that, I'm a freezer guy.
I've got feelings too. All you people look at me like I'm a little girl. All I know is I'm so happy when you get to
this one. This is new Britney. Jesus Christ, these chords aren't real.
All the shots, I'm like the firecracker. I make it hot when I put on a show. Feel the adrenaline moving through my veins. Spotlight on me and I'm ready to break. I'm like a performer, the dance floor is a stage. Blood moving through my veins. Spotlight on me, let's go. I'm running this.
Oh yeah, I got my blood pumping. This should be gay enough. Stronger. This feels sufficiently gay. Is it just me, or are all of her songs starting to sound alike? I never noticed that before. Oh, Britney. This A flat stuff again. God bless, that must be her key. All right. Oh, yeah. I. It's raining, Britney. Oh my gosh, you are moist. What did we learn today? We learned that tributes come in many forms. Just because a man wants to tribute Britney Spears, it does not necessarily mean that the lotion and the Kleenex got to come out. We also learned that apparently, amongst the Spark community anyway, Britney Spears must be a thing, because you guys have already gone through those songs and the chords have been analyzed. I'm not judging you.
That's racist!
We also learned that Simon LeBone probably got the best top shelf out of all the guys in Duran Duran, but to be fair, probably at least one guy in Duran Duran doesn't go that way. And finally, we learned that yours truly would rather end up as part of a nice Wellington on the table of Jeffrey Dahmer than feeding the worms in John Wayne Gacy's crawl space. As always, I thank you for the time that you choose to spend here. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Now come on, those friends, that friend thing. I need you to do that for me. That friend thing. You gotta push them here. We're dying. You can buy a t-shirt if you're not embarrassed. That purchase doesn't really help the channel, but it does pay for part of my medical marijuana. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Jamie Lynn Spears about it. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Jamie Lynn Spears about it, because apparently even her father doesn't want to hang her. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Jamie Lynn Spears about it. Even though she's named after her father, apparently her father is not that into it. Play more guitar, watch less YouTube, and keep coming back here week after week for more GearGasms.